We're gonna give a pinpointer away today.
Check it out. Somebody's gonna win a pinpointer today on Digging with 7 in Tennessee. Jeff, ain't you glad that you watch us?
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, back at our Colonial site that we found last week, and where Jeff found the what was that, 1835 cap bust half dime. What a fantastic find!
My first one.
And it gives it character. What a great find! And you know, I don't know if we can top that on this hunt or not. Well,
I don't know. We might.
Jeff is on fire. On fire.
Look at there.
Oh man, look at that. Can you see it? It's right there. It's a big old flat button.
What about that?
It's broke, but I like it. It's brass. Still got a shank.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I got a real scratchy signal out of that hole there, and the wind's starting to blow. Hurricane's coming in late this afternoon. But I got what I think is a 44 round ball. I'll have to make it when I get home. That's a good find. Getting a little bit of wind right here. The boy's still on fire.
Look at that.
He got a tomback.
I thought it was another silver.
I'd have killed you if it had been another silver. That's 1700s all the way right there.
Oh yeah, every bit of it.
Yep. We got a little hot spot right here.
Yep, sure.
Of course, this is where I found my flat button, and he hadn't left. You might want to come and look at this before I do anything. It's not silver.
You're on the shovel?
On the shovel.
Oh, that's green, green, green.
It is green, green, green.
Oh, man.
That's either a dandy button or a large cent. No, it's too thin.
Another dandy button.
Another dandy button. That's where the shank went.
Man.
I thought it might be a large cent. But I'll tell you what, I'll take a dandy button.
Oh, yeah.
What you got?
Another good old find.
Oh, saddle strap guide.
Yep.
You only find those on Colonial sites. Well, that's got some nice decoration on it.
It does.
There ought to be
next to a dig hole.
Yeah. That might have been mine. I don't know. Just got to go low and slow right here.
Yep.
There you go. You know what's fixing to happen here, guys?
It is a Colonial site.
It is a Colonial site, and you know why we wanted to come to these Colonial sites.
Yeah, we got something to give away, don't we?
We got something to give away, and are we going to give it away today?
I believe we might.
I believe we're going to give it away. Here's the deal, though. Did I find it, or did he find it?
Yeah.
Well, while you ponder that, watch this.
All right, down here in the hole.
Huh? Okay, I'll be over in a minute. Right next to a dig hole right there, I believe that's Jeff's. Good 70s signal right here. And it's a brass drawer pull. Of course, I guess he was in a hurry to go down here and probably find a Reale or something other. What you got there? Oh, you just left your hoe.
Yeah, I left it.
I see it. I see it. Can you? Right there. Right there. Shanks broke off out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
Green.
greeny.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's a good job.
No.
We're headed back up to the truck to eat us a sandwich and get us a drink.
What is it?
You see it right there?
Let's see where it's been laying. All in here.
I don't know what that is. We didn't know what this little piece was whenever we found it. I knew that it was a good find, but just couldn't ID what it was. So I knew if anybody knew, my buddy Dave Wise would know. And so I sent him a picture of this, and he quickly ID'd this as a piece off of a late 1600s spur. Wow, what a great find. And hopefully the rest of this is here. And sure do appreciate it, Dave, your knowledge and sharing your knowledge with us. And if you guys haven't checked out Dave Wise, go check him out. He's very knowledgeable on these things. You can see the imprint still right there, the coloration. It's a pewter spoon or 4-candle one. We found 2 or 3 of those. That says old sight, but you already know it's an old sight. That's a good find. We're working the slope here now. Normally they would throw trash and stuff off. I have found a lot of cast iron pot, but out of that hole right there I've got a flat button with a shank. Bent over. It's not tomback, it's brass. Another great find. Jeff's got what we believe is a piece of a shoe buckle here. I didn't mean to zoom in like that.
It's folded around. Looks like it's been run over by the plow.
Yeah, but it's got the little slot right there.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know what they call that, but where the pin would have went across. That's either a shoe buckle or a knee buckle. It's Colonial.
Yeah.
And then that right there we think is part of a pocket knife. Brad's through right there. Both of them are good finds.
Thank you.
While I'm digging this hole, I want to do a shout out to Adventures in Dirt. You see the channel there on your screen. This is a different kind of channel. He highlights different people each week and what they have found, and he calls it Weekly Dirt. Tennessee Jeff and myself had the privilege of being in episode 6, and we certainly do appreciate that. So go check out Adventures in Dirt. I think you're going to like it. Like, subscribe, and share, and be sure and tell them that Seven and Tennessee Jeff sent you. A good variety of finds that we found today. Got into some flat buttons, which I thought that there ought to be a lot of flat buttons, but I was beginning to wonder about this site. You know, in the last hunt we found a few. We found more today.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and ball buttons. I mean,
ball buttons.
Yeah.
Found some of those, which are now. I don't know about yours, but my ball button just had a terrible signal. Let me give you a tip. What we do sometimes. Now we don't do this all the time, but when we find a site that is producing, like this site is producing, and then we get those little squeaky, iffy signals that just sound, you know, you think that they're probably going to be iron or just junk. We're digging those. Yeah. Because there's so much stuff.
Yeah. And a lot of times they are iron, but the other half time, I mean, it's going to be something good.
Round balls will do that.
Yeah.
On the AT Pro. Round ball will have a lot of that grunt in there, but that small, now on GPX it doesn't. I love the sound of a round ball on GPX. I mean, it's just as clear as a bell. But on the AT Pro, it's pretty grunty and has a lot of iron sound. And that's the way my ball button sounded.
Yeah.
I mean, it was terrible, but I dug it. And how was yours?
It was about the same way. It was terrible. And until you got that first layer of dirt off, of course, I was using the racer, and then, I mean, it's the same way. And you would get a good beep every now and then. And then you just real slow down, and then the detector will finally pick that target up, and then it'll start beeping good more often. So, but you just have to go real slow.
Oh man, that's beautiful. Ball button. Still got silver dip on it. Still got a shank. You know, we don't find too many of those, do we?
No, sure don't.
What didn't ring up on your machine?
23.
He's running a racer.
Yep. Pro racer.
And so any of you guys that are running racers, that's kind of the number you want to look for on those buttons there. Good find.
Thank you.
I got another button out of that hole there. It rang up low, like tomback. It doesn't have a shank on the back of it, and it's concave on the front. But I do believe that's probably a tomback button, the way it rang up. And it's pretty shallow, so they don't shine up as good. Could be brass. I don't think so. I'll take it. This was a very bad signal right here. It's probably 6 inches deep, but a very good find. A ball button, and it's just like the one that Jeff found a while ago. Still got the shank on it. And that's a nice Colonial button right there. Jeff said he's got another button up here.
I'll take them all day long.
Oh, that's a nice ball button there.
It's missing the shank, but hey.
Don't matter. That's a two-piece, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a two-piece.
Yep. What about that?
I love it. I love old buttons.
Yep. Well, we just walked up on this spot. You said it looked like a good area to hunt. So
Yeah.
it was.
I'll tell you something too. There is a possibility that there was another house or two around here, because they had colonies, you know. They were, when they came in here, they were still Indians, and so they would group together. So
yeah, especially this time period.
Yeah, because this is late 1700s, early 1800s, no doubt. Yeah, I'm still on this slope, and out of the hole right there, I got a nice little cuff right here. Still got a shank on it, brass button. Another little hot spot right here, and another flat button. Okay, the moment that you've been waiting for, because we're going to give the pinpointer away. But who did you guess? Did you guess me, or did you guess Jeff? Well, we're going to show you right now, because we do find, one of us finds a 1 Reale. Now, we don't get a date on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a date.
It is a Carolus III, which would put it in the late 1700s. I don't think that Carolus III was in the 1800s. I could be wrong on that. I'm not completely sure on that, but it is a Carolus III, and I would say it's a late 1700s. All of them that I found have been.
Yeah.
But one of us has found a 1 Reale, not a half Reale, not a cut. No, not a cut,
but a whole 1 Reale.
A whole 1 Reale.
Yep.
And that's good enough to give away the Garrett AT pinpointer.
Yep. All-terrain pinpointer.
That's right. You can put the thing underwater, call it the Garrett Carrot. And
it's a good one. I like mine. You carry yours too, don't you?
I carry a Garrett Carrot right here. We both
right
use
here.
them.
Yep.
You see that, Garrett? Now y'all can send us another from
Yep.
that. And we use Garrett machines. I wear a Garrett hat. He left his at home.
Yeah, I left mine at home.
That's some kind of piping supply. I don't know what that is. But anyway, here's the clip. What you got, Bubba?
Right there, Bubba.
I'm afraid to come and look. I don't see it yet.
You don't see it?
Hold on. Let me look. Is it in the dirt there somewhere? Huh? Oh, I see it now. It's back over here. It's right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to give the shovel away.
You mean the pin pointer?
Yeah, the pin pointing away. Because I do believe it's a Reale. Let us get it cleaned up. It is a Carolus III 1 Reale. That's exactly what it is. We can't get a date on it, but if you will notice around the edge, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm trying to focus in. See those little cuts around the side? Some idiot pioneer was trying to make a whizzer out of that. Out of a 1 Reale.
I wonder how much silver they cut out of it.
I don't know, they must have had money to waste it like that right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this episode with Tennessee Jeff, whoever guessed the closest to this episode, I don't know what number this is going to be. I believe it may be 145 or 146. But anyway,
congratulations.
We will look and we'll see. We've never been to this place.
No.
We didn't even know this place existed. Nope. Came here and I found a flat button on that hill where right across there.
Yeah, right across.
Right in through those trees right there. And then we came, saw this hill over here with these hay rows, and I told him, I said, that looks good to me. Carlos III, Spanish for Charles III coins, were struck in 1/2, 1, 2, 4, and 8 reals, properly pronounced Reale, and were minted from 1772 to 1784. Charles III was King of Spain and the Spanish Indies from 1759 to 1788. Historian Stanley Payne wrote that Charles III was probably the most successful European ruler of his generation. He provided firm, consistent, intelligent leadership. He had chosen capable ministers, and his personal life won the respect of the people. The Latin inscription on the obverse reads, 1776 Carlos III de Gracia, which means 1776 Charles III by the grace of God. On the reverse, it has Hispan et in Rex, King of Spain's and the Indies. And the M is for the Mexico Mint, and the 8R is for 8 reals. But here are some historical facts that you may not know about Carlos III's Spanish reals. The Spanish 8 real with Carlos III was the silver dollar that was in circulation at the time of the American Revolution, gaining significance because the reals backed paper money authorized by the individual colonies and the Continental Congress. The Spanish silver 8 reals is the coin to which the founders referred to when they specified the definition of $1 of money as 1 ounce of silver in the Constitution. So, if the legend that George Washington threw a silver dollar over the Potomac is true, this is the dollar that he tossed. Also, the 8 real was often cut into 8 bits to make change, and thus we get the phrase, pieces of 8. Each bit was worth 12.5 cents, 100 divided by 8. The reverse of the Carolus III Reale depicts the arms of Castile and Leon, and on each side are the pillars of Hercules wrapped in ribbons. This wrapped pillar design is believed to be the origin of our dollar sign symbol. And I bet you didn't know that the cheer, 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar, all for the Falcon stand up and holler, is based on the cut Spanish 8 Reale. Out of the hole right there, I've got another flat button. Ring up from 48 to 52. It's brass, wasn't very deep. I don't know, maybe 4 inches. Good signal. Another flat button. I ain't got that one out yet, but I can already tell that's a tomback button right there. Look at there. Doesn't have a shank, but that's okay, it's a tomback. Hey guys, don't forget, I'm in a flat button contest with the Coil Boys too. You'll have to go back in my video library and look at that video. It's the flat button challenge. Put your guess in as to who will find the most flat buttons. I'm tearing it up today.
I finally found me another button. Sit down in that hole. I think it's a button, pretty sure it is.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I'm ready to get him out. It is. Got a shank?
Yep, well, the shanks broke off. You can tell where it was.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything on the front.
You had another one over a while ago too, didn't you?
Yeah, right there it is.
Let's see it. Put them both right there.
He got tired of filming all of them, so just hold on to that.
I didn't say that. You said that.
I didn't want to get into his hunting.
I am tired of filming. We found a lot of stuff today.
Well, what about it?
I tell you what, this was a great amount of fun. I'll tell you.
It was.
You know,
I figured it would take a little bit longer than it did.
I did. I was really surprised because this is only the second hunt on a Colonial site since we got off of Civil War stuff. We had one last week, and he found the capped bust, which you know, we didn't know what that was.
No.
We, in fact, when we sat down at the hole, we thought it was either a trim, a half dime, or a half real.
Yeah.
One of the three.
Thought it was a seeded.
I thought it was a seed. Had no idea that it was a cap bust. I mean, you just don't find cap bust. I've never dug one. I've never seen one dug. I've seen the Hoover boys dig one.
Yeah.
But
of course, they dig all.
Well, they live in a good part of the country. There's no doubt about it. Got some good spots. But this was a lot of fun, and we will we'll go through the contest, and we'll find whoever picked Jeff, and then we'll find the closest episode to that. And if you're 1 or 2 videos off, then the lower number guess is going to be the winner on that. And I don't know if anybody guessed the exact number. I'm just going to have to go back and we're going to have to look at it and see. But we'll put up a different video probably this week that will have that giveaway, just like we did with the shovel. And then we'll come up with some idea for another one. I love giving stuff away. Yeah. You know, I like getting stuff, but I like giving stuff to people. Gives you a good feeling.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
And it makes it fun for us, and it makes it fun for you guys. And I love the competition.
Yeah.
And I'm gunning for you, boy.
Oh, well, I'm glad you are. I'm gunning for you too.
You made me look bad right here. I probably found more buttons and things than you did, but
of course, if there's a flat button on the moon, you're going to find it.
If I can get there. But anyway, we do appreciate you watching, subscribing, and supporting all of the videos that we put out. you guys make it worth what work that we do
yeah.
to do it.
We love doing it.
And we couldn't do it. We couldn't do this without you, and we certainly do appreciate it.
And we hope you learn something every time you watch one of our videos.
I love doing history clips. I really do. I love doing them, and I think that's kind of caught on. A lot of people like it,
Yeah.
and I'm glad because I spend more time on a history clip than I do hunting.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, with 20 hours on one history clip.
On the shoulder bar, I probably had 20 hours, but
Yeah.
it was kind of a special find.
See, most of it he says he has to do the research, but see, he was still alive back then, so I think most of this stuff he just knows.
I know some of it, you know. Of course, I wasn't living whenever all this colonial stuff was going on. Dadgum you. Anyway, see you guys next Tuesday.
See ya.